Worthy is the King who laying down your life, yeah, all that you've done for. As we calendar that we just felt like, wow, only we live out in the country, in that year, and then Darlington, South Carolina, right down the road. Next day, gotta cancel. And so we're left sitting there going, wait a minute, God, you called us to do this ministry, and we were so excited, we were so geared up for all these things, and now what do we do? How do you continue to do what God's called you to do if you can't go anywhere? Right? You experienced that at your church. You had to figure out how to have contact. Our heart was, Lord, how can we continue to do it? So we from our home to yours, and we just spent about anywhere from 30. And the whole thing was that people needed to find ways to be connected. People needed to find ways to be encouraged, because when we're isolated, there's something about we tend to want to isolate sometimes in our life in certain seasons, but we need to be connected, and we need to be reminded of the goodness and the faithfulness of God, especially when things seem to be completely out of control. And so we began to do that live stream every Thursday night, and we were just amazed at how many people would tune in and watch, and we got so many messages of people being encouraged by that. And one of the things we did was just kind of what we just did. We would just do some songs and just pray that the Lord would encourage as we did that. And so we were thankful for that. But we are so thankful now to be able to be back in person and doing things. But one thing that came out of the C word, was he's been forgiven of his. Who will go for us? Who will we send? We wanted to serve. We wanted to do. We make an impact. We wanted to share the hope of Christ. But how do we do that? And so the album that's out there on the table, and this next song that we're going to do came out of that moment, because we're like, on Him, even in the midst of whatever circumstances or situation we're living. Just saying, Lord, I know we can't physically go, but we're still here. We're still going to do whatever we can to try and make an impact and make a difference, and just trust that you're called abandon, and it just something. Your face, and I hear you say, whom shall I say? So Lord, here am I want to live. Once may come and know I'm not. I will walk and I'll fall, but you're with me through it all. I want to live with abandon and keep my eyes on you. Want to live with abandon, but here I am. Come have your way in this place. But here I am to seek your, and I hear you say, whom shall I? Lord, here am I. My Lord, send me. I want to live with abandon and keep my eyes on you. I am and all I'm not. I will walk and I'll fall, but you're with me through it all. I want to live with abandon and keep my eyes on you. I want to live with abandon and keep my eyes on you. But here I am, come have your way. Schedules, expectations of performance in college athletics. Their husbands are college basketball. Things that they needed were, they found hope in this collective idea that everybody understood what each other was going through, right? And then they understood that their hope was in Christ alone. So these ladies are now having Zoom Bible studies. Okay, they might be rival schools, but the spouses of the coaches are having Bible study, and they are encouraging each other and lifting each other up. And as we met this morning with the association, I thought, how cool is it that each other encourage each other and help each other? Because you all needs, and it's always good and to share those and be encouraged by one another. And so, but this was one of the songs that they had requested that we do, and it just talks about believing that God is going to take care, surrendered and expect this one, and then we got one song to close out.
But they don't know your name. They haven't seen your name. So much power in your name. Believe, God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, you have the way. Yes, you are. We trust you have the final say. Move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we possible. We'll see, believe for it. God, we believe.
And we have a all the time, not all the time now, but as they get involved in things, but that you would just pray for our family, and that you would pray that God would continue to just make a way for us to do what He's called us to do. And we were just thankful to be able to be here with you today and to be here tomorrow as well. We want to do one last song as encouragement to you. But like I said, if you would, we'd love for you to stop by the table out there, sign up for the newsletter. You can see our CDs. And if you're a social media person, just search Russell and Christy on any of those, and you can find us if you'd like to kind of stay connected there. We'd love that as well.
And it's Kristi.
Yes, there's only about 20 ways to spell Christy. So it is the Russell with 2 S's and 2 L's, and then Christy, Kristi. But you just search that, Russell and Christy. That's the ones we really do. So, but this last song we want to sing today as a blessing over you and over each other, that God would continue to do what He's called us to do, and that we would continue to be surrendered to that, and that we would just keep our eyes fixed on Him and live abandoned for Him. Bless you, shine upon you, and big things to amen. Amen.
The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face toward you. And generation may His favor family and it before you and behind. He's with you. He's with you in the morning, in the evening.